be as brief as a Brown family member can be. Thank you for the fake laughs. Thank you. This is an extremely emotional night for me for a couple reasons. The first is that after tonight, I'm officially the last single one in the family. That's a lot of pressure, given the clearly incredible partners that each of my brothers have found. First off, I'm gonna be as nice as possible to Josh because, well, he does my taxes and I really like that service. The real reason this is a really emotional night is Josh Brown is one of my best friends in the whole world. We do everything together. We always share all of our food. When we used to travel, nobody else could bear his snoring, so I would room with him. And we love watching movies together. When I was in middle school, all I wanted was to spend as much time around Josh as I could. Yeah, that's cute. So I would wake up an hour early just to sit and have breakfast with Josh and eat pancakes and watch TV. He never did wake up to watch it with me, but that was the goal. But as a kid, Josh was the most supportive person in the family for me. In high school, I had my most important final coming up. Josh pulled an all-nighter with me to help me study for it. I did so well, the teacher thought I cheated on the test. I probably did. But without him, I probably would still be in high school. In fact, since he moved out, I haven't been able to graduate college. I just remember as a kid, though, anytime my parents would go away, it was time for Josh to plan another great party in our basement. We were all there last night and tonight. Can Josh and Taylor throw a good party? Yeah! That's because it's not either their first time. Josh threw quite a few in high school. And I can't imagine how my mom never found all the missing alcohol. But I never knew what went into a Josh Brown party. I just knew I liked the tips I got bartending, though. I did quickly realize how hard it was, though. I tried to do a similar thing in high school. Within a few hours of my parents leaving for a trip, I had accidentally schemed up a party of my own with a 450-person list. Sorry, guys.
We're Jeff and Sandy right now.
Taylor wouldn't let us use our phones.
What I didn't realize was that my parents knew I had planned to do this party, and they also knew I didn't care about the potential consequences. So instead, they called the rational brother. They told Josh that you have two options: make sure it doesn't happen, or you're grounded for life. Josh convinced them to let anyone who was already there stay, and when the police came, he talked to them for me too. The thing is, guys, Josh had told me the party was a bad idea, and of course, I did it anyway, but he still swooped in to save the day. So Taylor, just know that even though sometimes Josh's advice isn't always the advice we choose, he will stick with us and he'll help us figure it all out, even when we pick the more fun option. So when I was like 15, I had wished to be roommates with Josh again. Fast forward to when he moved home from Florida. I lived below him for a few years. He was in his late 20s and still had no ability to wake up. Our alarms would blast nonstop. So anyway, I realized I was wrong. I love having Josh walking distance from me, and all I wanted now was to get my Joshy a girlfriend so he would move out from above me. But I wanted the best for my brother. And since it's just us, Josh and Taylor's 115 or so favorite people in the world, I have to be honest with you all, in all fairness to me, I thought that it was possible Josh may not marry someone who lived up to what I wanted for him. But here's why. I really thought it would be hard to see past his terrible wardrobe and his haircut resembling Tarzan. You guys remember the haircut? It was pretty bad. It really was. This only worried me, though, because I really thought that no girl would even get to see the incredible things that I really loved about my Joshie. His beautiful personality, his quirky but nerdy humor, his unwavering dedication to the people he loves, his absolutely brilliant mind, and of course, his unmatched work ethic towards everything he cares about. There's no joke there. I know based on comedic timing you want one, but Josh is really such a great guy, and I wanted the best for him. What I failed to recognize was one of the luckiest days of my life so far. I went to help my mom with some design stuff for the house one day, and while I'm there, this incredible girl walks in. Months or even years later, in a hot tub on a rooftop on Broad Street, Taylor DeRochi met Josh Brown. Taylor Brown met Josh Brown. Ooh. Whoa. I can tell you now, she must have been thinking that at least Sandy Brown is stylish and Scott Brown had a nice haircut. And Taylor had been a seasoned pro at turning a work in progress with great bones into a masterpiece. So when Taylor met Joshy, she got him a much needed haircut. She took him to Lululemon in theory. They picked out clothes that match and are still comfortable, not just pink bird dogs and non-slip ShopRite shoes. And slowly but surely, Taylor fixed the things we were all praying for. And best of all, she got him to move out of his parents' house, finally allowing Sandy, Jeff, and Scott to be empty nesters again. Taylor is literally incredible. I love my Joshy, but I said it, I was always pretty worried about who would marry one of the most important people in my life. You can probably imagine my surprise when I met Taylor. I almost thought I was imagining things. I'm still not positive. For the end of my speech, I have 6 items on a checklist that I wanted in a partner for my brother Josh. I wanted someone loyal. I wanted someone who would love Josh for who he was. I wanted someone who would be there no matter what, through anything. Josh can be a lot sometimes. He aggravates me to death. But he deserves the world, and Taylor is his world. Next, I wanted someone organized. Josh is so disorganized. He couldn't make it to his haircuts. He would forget about dinners. He woke up late, and his room was a mess all of the time. Taylor, on the other hand, likes to be in a house straight out of a fashion magazine. Everything is neat and organized, and Joshy even shows up to things. Still late, but he comes. Next, I wanted someone thoughtful. Josh is such a great guy. He's always thinking about a million things, but one thing that's always on his mind since he met Taylor is her. I wanted someone who thinks about him and other people as much as Joshy does. Taylor probably went to more forums and events for the mayoral campaign than I did. She always asks everyone how they're doing and what's going on in their life. Maybe Josh and Taylor don't always text me back immediately, but Taylor remembers every detail I ever tell her, and whenever we talk, she's the first one to ask how something went. Especially my dates that don't go well. Next, I wanted someone youthful. I wanted someone who was cool, cute, and fun to be around, and had a good energy. Just like Caroline, I'm 6 years younger than Josh. I didn't want him to well, yes, you too, Caroline. You're also cute, cool. But, just like Caroline, I'm 6 years younger than Josh. I didn't want him to date someone my age, but I wanted someone, whoever my Joshy married, to be just as fun and youthful to be around as my big brother. I wanted someone radiant. Josh is an extremely special person. Josh means so much to me, and he deserves someone who radiates as much excitement, love, and joy as he does. It was clear when I first met Taylor that she obviously did. This last one sounds silly, but I wanted someone who was alive. I was listening to Nicki Minaj, and to channel my inner Pink Party energy. Sorry, pages stuck together. And at one point in the song, I swear she says, "Alive, alive, alive," and it was a great point that Nicki Minaj mentioned to me. I had a lot of wishes for what I wanted for Josh's wife. An important factor that I wasn't even considering was that she has to be rich. I was honestly getting ready to lower my standards on some of the things I wanted for my brother until Taylor blessed our family. When I met her, I realized I didn't have to lower my standards. Taylor was thoughtful, alive, youthful, loyal, and radiant. Taylor. I know. Her name even spelled out all of the things I was looking for Joshy. And yes, it was hard to find a good quality about someone starting with the letter Y, and I picked youthful, so sorry. In all seriousness, Josh and Taylor, you are perfect for each other. You finish each other's sentences. Taylor, you make Josh and our whole family so happy. There's nothing more that I could ask for as his brother, Welcome to the family officially, my sister. I love you and your whole extension to our family. Owen Taylor, he's your problem now, sister. ChatGPT didn't do that much of it.